perspective of charts and option pricing. I want to give you some critical levels that give you context more than just the fundamentals, but it's also going to give you some context on implied forecast, what the anticipation of potential moves are in the banking sector. We got some earnings that are going to be coming out starting on Friday and going on for the next week in some notable names. And so I want to give you some setups so that now you're going to have some context about whether you're going to set up bullish, bearish, or how you're going to manage your current positions in your portfolio. So let's take a look right now at some regional banks. I want to take a look at M&T Corp. M&T Bank Corp is ticker symbol MTB. It's trading at 156.06. It's down 64 cents today, roughly around down about 0.4%. Now, if you look at the options that are expiring in the next 9 days, they're pricing in this $150 stock, the potential for it to move over the next 9 days, either up $5 or down $5. That means that you have a range right now of 161 and some change or down to 151 and some change. This stock, MTB, has been on a pretty decent run to the upside, but it has pulled back from its bullish trend line. What do I mean? Well, I typically look at the 20-day moving average, and I utilize that as my barometer of the short-term trend analysis. In other words, who's in control, the bulls or the bears? Right now, the 20-day moving average on MTB is at 159.90. That's telling me in the short term that the bulls have lost control. Have they lost complete control? Now, the next level I look at is the 50-day moving average, and I call that the institutional moving average. That comes in at 145.50. This is an interesting area with the stock pulling back to 156, $3 below that 20-day moving average, but also $11 above where the 50-day moving average is. I want to see post-earnings, which are coming out on the 17th of January, if institutions are going to see these numbers and they're going to like them and buy more of this stock, or large investors or traders in general. We want to see it catalyze it over the 159.90 level. That then will put the short-term trend back in the bull camp. If it breaks and starts to challenge 145.50, the overall short-term and mid-term trend are going to come into question. Then we will look at the long-term support, which is at 123.50, which is the 200-day moving average. So you got a little taste of now how I utilize both the charts and the option pricing to give you a range and some critical levels for the bulls and bears to watch, and for you as either an owner or someone that is short a position where you need to start looking at support and resistance. Let's do the same methodology, same approach. I'm going to go a little quicker on about 5 other bank stocks that I want to cover. Next one is SunTrust, ticker symbol STI. Currently trading at $55.77. It's trading up about 7 cents today. Now, it's not, options are pricing in over the next 10 days a $2.80 range. That means that you could basically see this at $58, or you could see it as low as $53, $52 and some change. The critical levels that you're going to want to watch on STI are going to be 55.58. That's the short term. 52.59 midterm and 44.90 long term. You can see that this stock, like MTB, has been in a long-term, intermediate term, and a short-term upswing. The bulls are in control here, but it does have a binary event on January 20th, earnings, that could shift that either more to the upside or it could put some pressure on the bulls. The next name that I want to take a look at is, again, a more regionally based, smaller bank, BB&T Corp, which is BBT ticker symbol. 46.60 is the current price. Right now, the options are pricing in for the next 9 days, the $46 stock to have a $1.50 range. So that means you could see it as high as $48, or you could see it as low as 44 and some change, 45 and some change. Some critical levels that you're going to want to watch on BBT is going to be 47.09, 44.69, and 38.52. If the short-term trend is going to continue to the upside, you need that catalyst to get over 47.09. That's where you're going to see the short-term trend start to catalyze to the upside and challenge for new highs. The next bank that I want to look at is PNC Corp Financial. PNC Financial is ticker symbol PNC, trading at 118.88. It's up 22 cents today. Now, the 9-day options are trading in, they're expiring next Friday, are giving you a range of $4.50 into this event. That means that you could see PNC trading as high as 123 or as low as 114, 113 and some change. The critical levels that you're going to want to watch are 117. That needs to hold if the bulls are going to keep control in the short term. 110, that's the intermediate, and 92, that's the long-term support. Now we want to look at the big three. These are the ones, and by the way, the 19th is on BB&T and PNC. The big three are going to be Bank of America, Citigroup, and JP Morgan. They report on the 13th and the 18th. Bank of America and JP Morgan are on the 13th, and Citigroup is on the 18th. Taking a look at BAC, Bank of America, trading at $22 right now. Over the next 9 days, the options are pricing in that the stock can move either up or down $1.04. That means you could see it as high as 23 or as low as 21, and maybe even getting a little bit below that. Critical levels that you're going to want to see on Bank, 22.58. If the bulls are going to take control here, they got to get through that level. And they got to do it with some conviction, in other words, some volume. So watch those numbers. 2092, that's going to be an area, if it does pull back there could be some buyers down there. See if that's supported. That's that intermediate or institutional support. And 1624 is long-term support. That's the 200-day moving average. On Citigroup, trading at 59.68. Right now, critical levels that you're going to want to watch are going to be 60.32, 56.84, and 48.25. 60.32, bulls need to retake that level if they're going to have some momentum to the upside. And earnings on the 18th could be the catalyzer. And finally, JP Morgan, Chase. JPM is trading at 86.82. Right now, the options for the next 9 days are pricing in that the stock could be in a $2.81 move. That means that you could see it as high as $89 on the upside or as low as $83 on the downside. So we're going to watch this very closely. 86.40, that needs to be held if the short-term trend is going to continue. That's the 20-day. 81, that's the intermediate. That's going to keep the institutions and larger size traders happy. And 68.60, that's the long-term support. If that's broached or if that's even tested, folks, we got a whole lot else going on. All right, that's it for Tech Talk right now. Join me at 4:30 Eastern Time where I'll be wrapping up all the action from today's market on the closing bell. So join us here at MarketStream.live. See you then.